Nice. I had a great thing happen this week. I was out with my girlfriend's family, who I did not want to be out with. And I found a wonderful way to end the evening early. When it gets really quiet at the table, you just blurt out, "Boy, I sure would love to fuck that Dakota Fanning." But don't be creepy about it. After you say it, just make this face.
Now we have to be punished for all mankind? Because of you women eating an apple? What was women's punishment? Do you even know? Painful childbirth, menstrual cycles. Man's punishment? We have to deal with women. That's why I get so upset and be like, God hates gays. God doesn't hate gay people. He's just upset because they found a loophole in the system. Wouldn't that upset you if you came up with a great punishment and they're like, oh, we're just going to sleep with each other? Yeah, that's a lot easier than listening to that. Listen, 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 listen. Listen, listen, listen. Listen, listen. If I lost a leg, would you still love me? Like, what? No.
You know what they would do? They would come to my elementary school with films to show me how to protect myself from a nuclear fuck holocaust. They would show this giant nuclear fucking bomb just blowing the shit out of everything. Goats and monkeys flying everywhere. The windows of the elementary school blown out, the teacher banged up against the fucking blackboard. But there were the children, hiding safely under their desks.
And I don't want to diminish what you ladies do. I know pushing out babies is hard. But on September 11th, I panicked and tried to put one back. Much harder. My wife was pissed.
I mean, here's one. Be careful how much you drink. Remember, alcohol loosens inhibitions. So you may end up doing something you regret, or worse. Something worse than something I would regret. Something so vile and it just a crime against humanity, so amoral that you don't even regret it. That's how sick and awful it was. You psychologically cannot afford to regret it, or you will kill yourself. You zoom right past regret and head straight to denial and justification. That's how awful that thing was. Oh, I'm sorry. Do I regret getting drunk and digging up the corpse of Anne Frank and fucking it on the steps of her house? No. I thought it was pretty cool. Where's everybody going?
You know what's so sad, man? You know what's wild? Martin Luther King stood for nonviolence. Now what's Martin Luther King? A street. And I don't give a fuck where you in America. If you're on Martin Luther King Boulevard, there's some violence going down. It ain't the safest place to be. You can't call nobody and tell them you lost on MLK. I'm lost. I'm on Martin Luther King. Run! Run! Run!
So I was like rounding the landing, and I was just lost in my own world, like, what's going to happen to me today? I would turn the corner and then, this terrifying dog, like straining on the end of a leash. And what would happen would be, I would jump, right? And if I'm perfectly honest, a little noise would come out sometimes, like, oh, like that, like it's sort of just like expressing what kind of a world is this, like, oh. And what would drive me crazy is the person whose dog it was, they would never apologize, right? Like, they saw that this just happened. There's only the three of us here, right? They saw that I was terrified, jumped out of my skin, and they would not apologize. And it's not like I didn't give them the in for the apology either. I tossed them a nice fat softball, believe you me. Oh, wow, he sure scared me. that dog, that is your responsibility. Oh, boy. Me, a fellow human being with feelings of dignity. Wow, I mean, I'm sure the dog would apologize if he could for frightening me so, but as he lacks the capacity for speech, who will pick up the baton, I wonder?
I need to get out of my head. My friend Patrice said, Maron, you spend too much time in your head. So now I'm like really aware of how much time I spend in my head. And I had this moment where I was in New York and I was on the subway and it was hot and I was sitting there sweating and a woman gets on the subway and she's holding a box and in the box is an ice cream maker. And I can tell it's an ice cream maker because it's right there on the box. And then this... So this is what happens in my head. Within seconds, I look at the box and I'm thinking, man, I like ice cream. Should I get an ice cream maker? Maybe I need an ice cream maker. What kind of ice cream would I make? Could I make ice cream that's better than the kind I can get at the store? I mean, how do you even make ice cream? You know, Haagen-Dazs ice cream has egg yolks in it. That seems kind of gross to me. Would I put egg yolks in my ice cream? Does all ice cream have egg yolks in it? God, I love ice cream. Should I get an ice cream maker? Because I really love ice cream. Having an ice cream maker would be like living with a drug dealer. And then I literally had to say to myself, dude, get out of your head. And then I had to stop myself from yelling at the woman, I guess you can handle it.
The girl gets mad at you. Oh, wait a minute. Just because I'm dressed this way does not make me a whore. Which is true. Gentlemen, that is true. Just because they dress a certain way doesn't mean they are a certain way. Don't ever forget it. But ladies, you must understand that that is fucking confusing. Just is. Now that would be like me, Dave Chappelle the comedian, walking around the streets in a cop uniform. Somebody might run up on me. Oh, thank God. Officer, help us. Come on, they're over here. Help us. I'm like, oh. Just because I'm dressed this way does not make me a police officer.
I was out the other day buying some false breasts and paid with a £10 note, and the assistant held the £10 note up to the light there just to check if it was real. So I held the false breasts up to the light and I said, these breasts are false. I won't accept them.
I was at a restaurant, I ordered a chicken sandwich, but I don't think the waitress understood me, because she said, how would you like your eggs? So I tried to answer her anyhow. I said, incubated, and then raised, and then beheaded, and then plucked, and then cut up, and then put onto a grill, and then put onto a bun. Damn, it's gonna take a while. I don't have time. Scrambled.
How about a positive LSD story? Wouldn't that be newsworthy just once, to base your decision on information rather than scare tactics and superstitions and lies? Just once. I think it would be newsworthy. Today, a young man on acid realized that all matter is merely energy condensed to a slow vibration, that we are all one consciousness experiencing itself subjectively. There is no such thing as death. Life is only a dream, and we're the imagination of ourselves. Here's Tom with the weather.
I'm getting tired of famous people making me give money to the disease that they got. Yeah, whatever, right? And I don't mind that, but it's selfish. But be honest with your selfishness. What I'm saying is, okay, I'm diabetic. I have diabetes, but I'm going to try to be honest with you. If I didn't have diabetes, that wouldn't be the disease of my choice. Do you understand what I'm saying? So since I have diabetes, I want there to be a cure because I got it. Now, Michael J. Fox has Parkinson's disease, and that's terrible. But I just want him to be honest with his problem. I don't, because he's on TV every 5 minutes talking about how terrible the disease Parkinson's disease is. But I just want him to be honest with his selfishness. I want to ask him a question. I want to be like, hey, Mike, listen, I know you got Parkinson's disease, but what about cancer and AIDS? Aren't those important too? And I just want to see him go, yeah, they're important, but you know what? I ain't got that shit. So I'm not going to give money to something I don't have. If somebody famous don't have your disease, you are dead. You are finished.
These movies, like the characters aren't even believable. Like they always have to have like that, the over-the-top, uninhibited white racist character, you know? You know that guy, he's a guy like, he's supposed to represent all the white evil, you know? He's like the dude they always have like screaming during the movie trailer. They'd be like, they were the first all-black swim team. Get out of the pool! He's got like a big vein in his forehead. He's just screaming, not even looking around, you know? Dude, it's ridiculous. Real racism is quiet. It's subtle. People look around first, make sure they make sure the coast is clear. There's disclaimers like, dude, you know I'm not racist, but these insert group name followed by up conversation, right? That's how it goes down.
I try to make every hotel a little bit like home. This is what I do. You guys can do it too. Before I leave for the last time, I take the phone in the hotel, rub it on my balls, hang up, check out, call the room the next day, and just laugh. Are you in room 312? Do you want to hear something that'll make you never stop washing your face?
You ever look at a Pop-Tarts box? They have directions on there. Can there be a simpler food item than Pop-Tarts? Like if the directions weren't on there, would somebody, what the? How do I get that goodness in me? What do you do? How do you get it done? You read, man. That's what you do. They have 2 sets of directions. In case you don't understand one set, you abandon that whole track and get on something a little easier for yourself. They have a set of toaster directions, which, believe it or not, is more than 1 step. How could there possibly be more than 1 step? I can only think of one. Step 1, toast the Pop-Tarts. Go ahead, toast them. Hey, are you still reading this?
They say if you give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. But if you teach a man to fish, then he's got to get a fishing license, but he doesn't have any money. So he's going to get a job, and he has to get into the Social Security system and pay taxes. And now you're going to audit the poor cocksucker because he's not really good with math. You pull the IRS van up to your house, he'll take all your shit. He'll take your Black Velvet Elvis and your Batman toothbrush and your penis pump, and that all goes up for auction with the burden of proof on you because you forgot to carry the one because you were just worried about eating a fucking fish, and you couldn't even cook the fish because you needed a permit for an open flame. And then the health department is going to start asking you a lot of questions about where are you going to dump the scales and the guts. This is not a sanitary environment. And ladies and gentlemen, if you get sick of it all at the end of the day, not even legal to kill yourself in this country. Thanks again, John Ashcroft, you weird Bible addict, can't even handle his own drug. You were born free, you got fucked out of half of it, and you wave a flag celebrating.
I got a couple of emails from friends of mine who have kids, and they had sent me JPEGs of their kids dressed as my character in Ratatouille. It was a Halloween costume, and they were going out trick-or-treating dressed as my little rat character. And then that made Halloween very tense for me. But now I was really on the defensive because I was worried that, I knew I was going to be a little drunk, and I didn't want to, like, slip in front of some kid dressed as my rat character and just go, "You're inside of me right now. You're in me. You're walking the night in my skin. Hey, does this washcloth smell like chloroform? What do you think? Is that..."
It's a complicated country. People get angry. Everybody hates gay people. I never understood anger towards gay people because a person being gay doesn't affect your life. So it's weird to me that people just they're in their homes going, "Oh, people are gay. Damn it. What do you care?" I can understand hating gay people if, say, you're mowing your lawn and 2 guys are blowing each other right on the grass. And you're like, "Oh, I got to cut around you faggots every Sunday. I'm sick of this shit." Or say you're eating your breakfast in the morning and you're about to put your spoon in the cereal bowl and two guys touch dicks right in front of you. Hey, come on!
See, somehow I can't feel sorry for an anorexic, you know? Rich cunt, don't want to eat? Fuck her. Fuck. Don't eat. I give a shit. Like I'm supposed to be concerned about this. I don't want to eat. Go fuck yourself. Why don't you lie down in front of a railroad train right after you don't eat?
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed watching the video because I laughed like hell when I saw these. So here is a 1 in a million offer. We are going to give away an iPhone 5 for 7 lucky winners if you complete one little survey for us about comedy. Just click on the link below in the video to participate.